If you're struggling to manage your bankroll, I'm gonna tell you why and I'm gonna tell you how to fix it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of you are not gonna listen to me. And I already know that because the type of person you are right now isn't going to allow you to not do it. But one of these days, you will be able to retain this information. So make sure you hit the like down below. Make sure that you join up in the Discord. It's your boy Don here from Money Central. Let's get active, let's get paid, and let's get to the money. So today we're gonna be talking about bankroll management. If you guys don't know what bankroll management is in the sports betting realm, all it is basically, let's say you have $100, it's basically how you're stretching out the $100 so then throughout the week you could be able to bet. They use terms such as units, which can be on your bets, maybe you only do one unit, which will be like 1% of your bankroll, and that percentage, that would be $1 of your 100. Now, some people do 5 units, some people do 25 units. You can do a whole bunch of different things. If you guys want to be able to track your units and be able to track bets like that, I have a video coming out, but make sure you go to Pikkit, subscribe to them, make sure you follow them, go get mine, go do my referral link, it's in the description. Yeah, man, Pikkit's really good for that. But yeah, we have to talk about actually managing your bankroll. So I feel like the biggest problem that people experience with this is that they don't really save money in real life, right? So if you don't save money in real life, how you gonna save money in this when this is like a artificial game? This is like you literally living a video game. You hit for some crazy amount of money, you double what you already had, and now you can be able to do so much more stuff. If you not trained to have money in the real world and how to conduct it in the real world, you're already starting off at a disadvantage. Now, I will say though, it's something that you're gonna have to learn. And in this, you're probably gonna go through it because a lot of people are gonna act like they haven't went through it, like they don't know what it feels like to be able to lose a certain amount. Like, bro, if you really are in this gambling, like, bro, you are going to lose. But if you learn how much you're losing and you can cut that, that is what can continue to make you an actual successful gambler. I feel like that is what can actually make you in the trajectory to where you could do this every day and it can still be fun. Because this is the problem. You know who I'm talking to. And if I'm talking to you, hit the like button, bro. So look, you just got paid. The check come in, you got $1,000 on the check. The bill, $500. You don't really want to pay the $500. So you like this, damn, the bill due on a Wednesday, I got my check on Friday. All these games over the weekend, you know who I'm talking to. You know I'm talking to. Man, I think I'm going to just throw a little lay down. Ooh, you try to flip the cheese to pay the bill, now you got cheese. I know that's how it be, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, when you lose, now it's, damn, why I do that? Then you try to either chase the loss or now you asked out and now you don't know what to do. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like if you were to be able to just play your 100 instead of the 5 or 50 instead of the 250, whatever is the management that you're not doing right now, that is what could be able to be the difference for you. And you're not going to like it in the realms of profits. That's the biggest problem, I feel like. People be comparing slips and be comparing other people's profits. And maybe it might be something deeper. Maybe it might be the financial shit that you need. Maybe it's like, man, I need a bill paid right now. I need to put 200 on something. And I understand that. But just know what come with that. And that's why this video is about bankroll management. Now, if we want to talk about like a high risk, high reward type of thing, we could talk about that in another video. But for this, you got to be able to manage the bankroll correctly. And let's talk about it not even in a depositing vector. Let's talk about it in the sense of when you actually hit. So let's say you do hit from that 100, now you go into $500. what do you do now? Now, are you about to bet the whole 500? You about to bet the whole 300? You just didn't have 500. Now you're betting a whole 500? Would you really do that knowing that you don't even have 500? But it's the thing is, when you starting to make so much in this little bit amount of time, and then there's another game to be able to go, and there's another be able to go, because you're looking at it like this. Well, I just multiplied this by this. All I got to do is multiply it 2 or 3 more times, and then I'm doing X, 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 X. But when you slow everything down, and if you actually manage the bankroll, now you get to be in a position to where you're like, you know what, hold up. I could do that, but let me stick to this. Now, instead of me betting $5, I could bet 10 to 15, and now my return is going to be better, but at least you're not going to be losing as much, even if you do lose or go on a cold streak. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that's what it comes down to when it comes to bankroll management, bro. All it comes down to is just being able to stretch out your bread and set yourself on limits. There's different things that you could do on different apps to where you can set limits for yourself. Make sure you bet responsibly. There's so many different ways to be able to do it, and then set yourself to a limit. Make it to where you're only going to put up this much, and then you have to figure out how to flip it to this much, and make it a challenge for yourself. Make it fun. Keep it fun, because at the end of the day, you want this to be fun. You don't want this to be to where you're trying to live off of this, because if you're trying to live off of this, it's going to be a little different. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be a little bit different. You got to make sure that you're playing with money that you're willing to lose, not trying to play with your life. You get what I'm saying? So let's get active, let's get paid, let's get to the money, and make sure that you tap in, make sure you hit the like button, follow and all that, man, and I'll make sure I'll come out with another video. If you have any suggestions, drop it in the description below, and I can't wait to talk to you guys on the next one, man. So talk to you later. Let's get active, let's get paid, let's get to the money. It's your boy, Don.